Coming at you live from Bloomington, Indiana. The time is 10 a.m. Hope you're having a good morning because I am. Hi, I'm Luke Selly, and on today's podcast, we will be discussing running as a hobby, and joining us is Kiersten Brittingham. Hi, Kiersten. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me on the show.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you for coming. So tell us a bit about yourself.
Sure. I'm currently a junior studying exercise science within the School of Public Health here at Indiana University.
Fantastic. Why did you choose exercise science as your major?
I chose exercise science for multiple reasons, depending on my plans for graduate school. I wanted to have a degree that would allow me to explore many avenues. Currently, I'm set on working for the NCAA as an athletic director.
That is amazing. What made you want to become an athletic director?
Well, I've always loved athletics. All throughout junior high and high school, I competed in track and cross country. When I came to college, I was on the IU rowing team. It was then that I realized my passion for athletics and working with student athletes.
So what made you want to get into running?
There's something about running that relaxes my body. When I experience stress, I just go for a run. Running's also very rewarding and it keeps you in shape.
How would you recommend our audience members start a good running routine? Because I know it can be confusing.
Start out with what you're comfortable with. If you've never run a marathon, you don't want to just jump into it and try to attempt it. Running comes with practice like any activity or sport. Maybe try walking a bit more than you usually do, and then if you feel comfortable, put some intervals of jogging into your workout. Eventually, your body will become acclimated to the stress, and you should then increase your distance or pace as you desire.
I would completely agree. When I first started running in middle school, that's how I warmed up to running. It was very intimidating, but eventually you get the hang of it. So also, there's a lot of disagreement about, should you stretch before or after you run? What do you recommend and why?
Well, I'm not a physician, but what I've always found the most helpful is stretching before and after you run. Put more emphasis on stretching, specifically dynamic stretching. You want to avoid static stretching because that is counterintuitive. So do dynamic stretching before you run if you plan on doing short intervals at fast paces, and put more emphasis on stretching after you run if you're doing long pace distances, and after you're done running, static stretching is okay.
Interesting. I hope y'all are taking notes because I am. So for listeners that are wondering, what does your diet consist of when a big race or run is approaching?
I usually stick to a diet that consists of a variety of fruits, veggies, legumes, carbs, and meat. 2 days before and the day before a race, I eat plenty of complex carbohydrates that will provide my body with the energy for the day to come. And of course, staying hydrated and drinking plenty of water is very, very important.
Absolutely, and I drink a lot of water. And for our listeners that may not know what a complex carbohydrate is, it's a complex chain of sugar that takes our body longer to break down. Examples of complex carbohydrates include like beans, nuts, and whole grain breads. So Kiersten, are there any last tips or comments you have for our listeners?
Just have fun and listen to your body. If you notice your body is not feeling well, please stop and rest. And if pain or discomfort persists, then talk to your physician.
Amazing advice. Way to end on a good note. Thank you so much again, Kiersten, for joining us on our show today.
Oh, it was no problem.
Thank you all for listening. Enjoy the day by spending it with loved ones and or possibly going on a run.